go over some plays from today. Set my phone up here. Alright, PIK was yesterday's gapper and squeezer into power hour. The goal was yesterday for open price, VWAP reclaim to test high of day, and if volume came in and it failed to break down, you get a high of day break. I missed the VWAP reclaim. I was watching it in here. Didn't see it in here when it was holding above VWAP, but you know, that it did make the move that I wanted. Held up really nicely, and then I ended up taking some shares here at 426 and sold way too soon, but made a high of 620. So now this morning pre-market failed to break down, get a nice little push back up to the highs, nice little double bottom, and squeeze past yesterday's highs. As you know, like day 2, day 3, I'm not as interested. I'm not going to attack this and, you know, try to get a previous high of day break over 620. I'm just going to let it run. I'm short bias on this right now. I don't short, I just go long, but this nice volume in the morning, ripped to new highs, 754. Volume really died, getting really choppy. Took a mental short here up into the low sevens, added here. I'm waiting for a low of day to break. Not really low of day, but these lows here. Waiting for a crack of 6. Not in it, just mental. But just looked like a short to me. Looked like the top was in. Grom was a after hours breakout yesterday. Grom just doesn't have the volume. Come on, PIK. I want to see a crack below 6. Come on, baby. Crack 6. So I want to see how it reacts if it cracks 6. Fix my monitor. Looking for that 6 crack. Making lower lows. Our cat was just kind of waiting for multi-day bounce. Just needs volume. PIK still waiting for the crack. 6. Really toppy action there. Really toppy. Yesterday was beautiful though. This squeeze, this high of day squeeze into power hour, beautiful. And you know, how I was watching this and how I played this, the plan was open price play slash VWAP reclaim to test high of day, and I missed that move, but it held up really nicely, made a higher low, volume kept coming in, and shorts got squeezed, and that's all that is. You have momentum buyers coming in, and you have shorts getting squeezed, and that creates this powerful move. So I was in at 426, 500 shares, out at 460. I sold way too soon, way too soon. As soon as I saw it ripping up, I went to go slap a market order. Was trying to get filled into the 460s, 470s as it was starting to rip, and I accidentally set a limit order at 459. So devastating fill. Needed to be a little bit more patient for sure. But today is, you know, day two. You could play it as a previous high of day break, but it's just not my favorite pattern. Not as consistent. You know, you don't get that much of a move. You do get your snipe for sure, but it's choppy. You don't get a clean move like you did. Scroll like you did yesterday. This was a really clean move. Today, really choppy grind up towards new highs. And then, you know, why am I short biased? Day two, it's a little overextended, really choppy, toppy grind, you know, price action here. Volume really dies off. Just looks like the backside just coming in. So that's why I was mentally shorting low sevens, high sixes. Now I'm just waiting for that six crack. Other than that, there isn't really anything going on today. Pretty slow Friday. Grom, no volume. It was a good breakout play after hours yesterday, but I don't trade after hours or pre-market. So, just gonna let it play out. Doesn't have the volume.
Gentlemen's is cool. I think of a friend that like we used to have class with, we're in the same class with. He cut there since like high school. Like he just opened up his own shop by Walmart.
MULN was nice, but day two, I'm not gonna play it. I should have been more aggressive with it yesterday when it got up above breakout level, was holding, VWAP hold, open price hold. You know, it is choppy, but it gives you the move for sure.
And then they raised the prices.
But this is still.
$80, and then it was like $32, and then it was.
This is day one. It is gapping up, but it's day one confirming breakout. I'm more comfortable playing it this day than I am day two. As a as like a previous high of day break, yes, you do get the move, you get the continuation, but it gets more risky buying up there. So I'm just gonna let it do its thing.
Yeah, I feel like if I were in the service industry like that, I would want to make it cheaper so that I get bigger tips.
PIK still looking weak. Every pop getting shorted into.
Especially like my eyebrow lady was like.
Now for some reason 6 holds like really well,
But you like.
and volume really starts to come in.
Prices makes up for people who don't.
Still early. We still got a couple hours. You never know. But I think this is done. If you have any tickers you want me to go over, any questions, feel free to type it, throw it in the chat, and see what I can answer for you. But nothing really going on today. Not a whole lot. PIK. This is definitely the backside. Waiting for that
It's almost like
crack.
forced gratitude, I feel like. I don't know.
Grom, like I said, was a beautiful breakout play after hours, but then
I guess it does
super
make you
choppy.
realize as far as, like,
Good
if you
volume,
don't
but
know
it's just
shit,
because it's a lower price, and volume really faded off, and
Girls' haircuts.
it's gonna end up cracking. And we'll see if it can hold up. Maybe next week this can hold up and confirm, and we finally get the move. But as of right now,
I don't know.
Yeah, like when she.
As of right
no
now,
longer, like,
I think this could, because it gapped up so much, I think it really needs to consolidate a few more days before
I'm very like.
having another move.
By Wix.
So we'll see how this holds. It could remind me of like Hour. Broke out, but then really failed to break down, held the breakout level, then we confirmed. So kind of like a multi-day bounce to test the breakout level. Now today we're confirming and pushing past 5. Really choppy though, really choppy. That's why I didn't touch it. Yesterday could have been a decent play. Take your snipes. So we'll see how this holds up next few days. PIK getting a little perk. Let's see here. 660 is heavy resistance. I don't think it's gonna do it. I think it's just gonna get stuffed. No volume. NVOS. Let's see what that's doing. No volume. Overall market's bouncing decently, which is good.
The boy that owes Kimberly. Wrong house? Oh, no, I brought Fox.
Oh no, that's for us. That's for me.
It is?
Yeah, Kim
Okay.
Kim gave it to me, or my mom's neighbor gave it to me.
Okay. I was like, damn, I was about to go drop that off at this person's house.
Kind of far away. Well, actually, not really. It's right down the road. Yep, not a whole lot going on. I'm just waiting for this to get shorted into, waiting for that crack of 6. Slow day. Slow day. Where is... Langrom. So this is your top low floaters. MULN was a great move. I'm just not going to play the continuation of the breakout. Like yesterday, you got the gap.
You have your wallet, cause it has my wallet.
I have your wallet.
Where are you guys off to?
Home Depot.
Oh, a little Home Depot action. Love it.
Honestly, it's really nice out.
It is beautiful
You
out.
might wanna crack a window.
I,
don't know.
yeah, I'm gonna need to.
Alright.
I feel like such a, like, I don't know. It's so nice and warm out, but yet I got my big old comfy sweater on and my sweats, and
Well, it's always warmer like in the sun.
yeah, it's cold in this house. PIK, so it's 6:30. So like I was saying with MULN, it was a beautiful breakout. So you had a fake out here, faded for a couple of days, but it really held up nicely. Then confirmed, got the gap up above the breakout in the push. I'm fine with playing it this day when it's finally confirming. Excuse me. But I'm very hesitant on playing it day 2. So I mean, it is really choppy, but it confirmed the breakout. And so now it's just a matter of reading the volume, the price action, and the trend. It is choppy, but once it is holding the breakout level, which is a bullish sign. The volume is there. It's a low float, and you start having this VWAP hold here, which is really nice. You start getting volume back in, and it just makes higher lows and creates new highs. So I'm happy with trying to play it this move, but as we get into day 2, I mean, look at this spike in the morning from 220 all the way up to 270s, 280. I mean, I don't know. I mean, where are you buying after? I mean, where are you gonna buy that feels as safe as yesterday? You're gonna buy it after it just had this huge spike. I mean, it's just it's way more risky buying it up here day 2. Hurry up, PIK. I'm not even in this. I just want to be right. Most likely not going to trade anything today. Not seeing my setups. I usually like breakouts and first green day bounce days. Which PIK definitely going to be on watch for a bounce day. So I'm just letting it, after this big first green day, I played it this day, took advantage of that late day short squeeze. Today I'm not going to touch it. It can break past previous highs and make this run, but I'm not going to touch it. Now I'm just going to wait for the backside. So either like I don't short, I just go long. I have all my money in a TD Ameritrade account and just focus on going long and using that money to go long. I don't want to, split that money in half and open up a new brokerage at like Cobra or something and, and be trying to trade multiple things. For me, trading multiple things doesn't work. I just try to trade a couple of different patterns, just stay going long, and you'll find consistency a lot faster with just trading less really. So letting PIK do its thing. Right now I'm mentally short because I think that the top is in and we're going to start seeing that backside. But really for another buy entry, I'm looking for that multi-day bounce. And until then, I'm just going to sit on my hands and wait for it. And that's part of the game of trading. You're not looking to attack and trade every day. You're stalking your prey. You're waiting for the perfect moment to attack. Until then, you sit on your hands. So if I was a short seller, I'd be attacking this day because this is looking really toppy and looking like it's the backside.
What's up?
Oh, hello, Patty.
Let's smoke. I need to smoke. My brain is dead. Oh, my back, dude. Just amazing calls with this one today. Didn't trade it a fucking bit. What's Lizzie doing? Damn. Slow grind though. Okay. Ow, ow.
What was your plan on PIK?
Previous high daybreak. I've been tweeting about it all day.
Yeah, different strokes for different folks.
What?
Because I traded the first green day to get advantage of the short squeeze.
Dude, look at this. It failed. They failed to take it down. This is
I see
Cakeson.
it.
You know my background, the screensaver.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
why I tweeted about it. I'm like, this is reminding me of Cakeson. If this keeps holding VWAP, this is taking off. But then once we got the quick move and then the volume fade, I'm like, oh, we're gonna get the fade soon. This didn't continue like I thought. There's not as many.
Yeah,
shorts.
no, like I was saying, you can trade the previous high day break, but look how choppy it is, and now it's just getting that really tight, choppy, toppy kind of grind.
Well, it's kind of what to expect with a second.
No, I know.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying it's less. It's more risky. Buying
I don't know,
day
man.
two.
You wait for that choppiness to fade a bit. You're getting into the low sixes right at previous high of daybreak. You get a solid push here. You wait. It still holds trend beautifully, and you get another move higher. Like I see
Yeah.
what you're talking about.
Yeah, and I see it. That's why it's just
Oh no, I was so ready for
You were
this.
more comfortable. I'm not comfortable trading
And
that.
then I'm looking for it like fucking, what do you call it? You could even go through the fucking Twitter. It's right there. I was calling this shit as a long and short, pretty much. Fucking horrible of me to not trade it. It's fucking embarrassing.
Well, you're good.
Let's go fucking smoke. Are you doing more stuff?
I am live right now.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, that's why I was letting you explain. Letting you talk
I'm
about
out
it.
here with my bong in my hand and stuff? Okay.
only three viewers. So.
Okay, no worries, yeah.
What I was explaining to them is, for me personally, I'm not going to play the continuation of it.
Yeah, you don't need to.
There was a beautiful move here yesterday that I took advantage of, but today, I'm just going to let it keep running and wait for the backside.
The further it gets from the breakout, the more fluff it kind of is. It's really just up on shorts covering. So when that short selling is or short covering is gone, you're gonna get the backside move. So when you see today, it starts getting choppy, and there's more indecision compared to the past. I don't know, from the end of yesterday into the morning. It's clear that it just wants to head higher. And once the volume is kind of dying, the fuel for it to keep going is kind of waning out. So you get a double, triple top, kind of higher low, and then you get the crack of 7, crack of VWAP, and we'll see what happens. Like, it is still holding right around previous high a day, but this downtrend, this volume, all is showing backside move right now. I want to bring up Grom real quick. I want to show people that's a potential VWAP play. It's a breakout over 139. I think it could get to 180, maybe 2-ish. But
I'm just waiting for volume.
Volume slowly coming back, and it's failing to crack that 139 level.
Yeah,
it's having a hard time right now. It's kind
choppy,
of downtrending.
It's choppy.
But if this fails to crack, volume comes back. We get a move to above 150, above VWAP. It consolidates a bit. I think that's going to be a clear move to break high a day and get back to at least 180.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. At least test the high of day or even that 180 pre-market high.
Yeah. Just looking for the failure to break down around key levels to just get that short squeeze. We're just trying to... The short covering is the move we're trying to capture. Yeah.
and it's still early.
Yeah.
We got just under 2 hours. So
But yeah, so that's kind of it for now. What else was there?
no,
There
today's pretty slow.
There is, besides PIK, there was
Mullen,
Mullen was a beautiful previous high a day. GFI is still holding up. I just see it now on your scanner. If that could get back to the 130s, if that could do a breakout play, that could be a Friday short squeeze if I remember correctly. Not insanely high flow. I forgot actually. So I'm not even gonna
GFI,
talk.
yeah, the shares 29 million.
Okay.
Market cap's only 33 million, and it is trading 11 million in volume
So
right now.
yeah, it's holding up. Great trend on the long-term chart. We're just waiting for that resistance to break in the 130s. So that, yeah. What else is there? There's a couple other plays. Mullen, I don't know if you went over it. Great. Previous high day break. But as you can see, bring it up actually. You can see these previous high day breaks. Sometimes they don't, like they can offer a move, but they don't continue. The momentum's kind of waned out compared to that first green day.
This dude, okay, would you discuss your trading plan and strategy one more time, please?
Yeah, what ticker was that for?
Yeah, do you have a ticker?
Yeah.
This dude, if you want to throw out some tickers, we can go over them. What were you saying, Patty?
I was just saying this one's potentially setting up for a nice breakout, but you need volume.
Yeah.
Lots of overhead on that first spike day, so it's going to need to do a lot. It's going to have to get back there, and I don't even expect it to be a play that just breaks right through it. It's going to be something that consolidates, because now shorts are using that level as a risk, or they're using it to size it back into. So if that level has proven to be breached and shorts can't take it down any lower, their thesis is wrong, it's going to head higher. They're going to have to cover their shorts. Buyers like me and Jared here are going to be buying it, and that's just more momentum to the upside.
It's looking pretty good right now.
It is actually looking pretty good right now. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. It's got time to develop, so just be patient. Let them develop a bit. Let them suck in the shorts. He's talking about ENTX. If you could bring that up.
Don't yell at me, Patty.
Sorry. Ooh. Let's see here. ENTX. Not a play for me.
Yeah, there's just no volume.
What's the market cap on this? It looks like a bigger market cap or something. It's very choppy, very slow. I could see back last summer it had this one solid move, but besides that,
And it finished red. And then after that, though, it's like the volume completely died out. It just faded.
yeah,
And there's been no volume. So until like you get a big, huge
volume day, and then you just look for failure to break down then, because you got to start thinking. So I don't know if this is along your plans or whatnot. I don't know how you're trading it, but if you look at the long-term chart, it's just fade. So shorts are looking into any pop to short this. So if one day we get a volume perk and it continues to fail to break down, all the people that see this overall chart that is trash, bunch of overhead resistance, they're shorting into it just because it's up too much or whatever the case is. Just trading the momentum, but to the short side. So if it fails to break down, create support, higher lows, good volume, uptrending, above VWAP, it's a recipe for disaster. But not yet. I don't see anything right now. There still needs to be some more volume, more eyes on it. You really need eyes to get these moves. You need people. You need a bunch of opinions. People getting in and out, shorts betting against it, longs propping it up. You need a bunch of these things lining up so that you could create the environment for a short squeeze.
Yeah, it's a low market cap, 70 million, 28 million shares outstanding, but there's no volume. It's only
Yeah.
trading 64,000 shares today.
Yeah, so gotta focus on something more with volume. MULN, PIK, Grom, there was an angle, it was choppy, but if you got it early on, it gave you solid 20 cents from the breakout level. It got to 167 today. It's a little choppy, but you get that open price reclaim at 140.
And the breakouts right there.
And the hold
you
at
got VWAP
139.
right there. So, I mean, you could even take a starter here. You can probably add
to the
in
150s
these.
and sell them to the 160s.
Just for a
not
small-
ideal. Not ideal. I honestly thought this could
this
head
dude,
higher.
I'll be
We'll
on.
see.
I'll be live streaming every day.
Oh, okay.
And so, if you want to follow us on Twitter,
Yeah.
we'll be alerting when we'll be live streaming, so you can get the alert through Twitter.
Yeah, I'm more responsible for Twitter and YouTube. He's starting to do a lot more live streams. I'm gonna drop in here and there, but usually you're gonna be seeing Jared.
And I'm probably gonna take a break for 20-30 minutes or so.
Yeah,
Nothing's going on right now. It's pretty slow, but then I'll hop back on the live stream for the rest of the day to the close.
Yeah, we'll see what develops here. Just be patient. Let plays set up. Mullen film the breakdown. Can you show me that chart, please? Yeah, so that's a choppier one, slower mover. So it might be something I ignore, but maybe something you could just learn how trend holding is and looking at the volume, kind of just getting the pattern of how these stocks move. Because you get this whole run up to the 290s area, and then you get a drop off in volume. And the reason you get that whole spike is you can see how insane the volume is in the morning, and then midday-ish it just starts dropping off. But it completely fails to break down, and once you get the volume coming back, that's more buying from either longs or shorts covering. Either way, that volume keeps coming in and it starts uptrending. Odds are it heads higher. No, I don't know how much it could go. Like, I don't exactly know how many shorts are trapped. That's why you like to be patient and let it develop, because the more shorts that are in there, the higher it'll go. As we saw with PIC yesterday, we got a huge gap up, faded all day pretty much, and ended up bouncing. Yeah, here we are. Ended up bouncing into the late days when it started getting action, because all those shorts just started covering and buyers started coming in because it was failing to break down, and you just get that solid move and pretty clean, all within half an hour. You're making 40% or so.
Yeah, and this dude, we post our watch list on Twitter every day. So, if you want to just follow us on Twitter, and you'll see our watch list.
Yeah, one more play to bring up before I go to the backyard. RDBX. It's a breakout play, red box. I believe the breakout somewhere around 230. Can you go to the long term, please? We got a breakout. Call it
Yeah,
225, 230, right around that area, as well as a little bit. If you have some volume back from February, around 270, you have some resistance.
Mm-hmm.
So that's right, lining up kind of with intraday resistance. So if you go back to the intraday,
And what's easy is just throw a line up there.
but yeah,
So like this could have been a really nice VWAP hold to test the breakout level.
combined with the breakout, because you got two levels. You got one near the bottom, because you want to think about it. You got a range. You got 264, 270, as well as 230ish, high 220s. That's kind of your range. So now that it's in between it, you're going to be wanting to buy at the lower end of the range until it comes back and proves to hold the 260s as support. But for now, since support seems to have proven to be in the 230s where that breakout level was, once you get that failure to break down again, it holds up, confirms the level, starts making higher lows. Now we're starting to get some volume. You'll get a push to 260s. We'll see if it could break that. But nonetheless, if you're getting in the 230s, out in the 260s, and if it does get stuffed, you got a good angle because you got good risk reward. You're selling into the spike for 10% at least. And if it doesn't continue, you took your gains. You're in at a good entry. And at that point, it doesn't matter even if you take a scratch. If it has a panic, you're in at a good price. So no need to chase it. If I were to trade this, I probably would have wanted to be in the 240s, 230s. But if this holds up around 264, fails to break down, get some strong volume, like we've been seeing with some of these other plays, I can see this thing taking off the 3. That's definitely possible. But the volume and the trend is going to be key. And to make that level support. Doesn't have much overhead resistance past the 270s until the 4-ish area, mid 4s. I'm not gonna expect it to get up there. But yeah, just take your quick gains. Trade conservatively. Let it add up 10-20% in a day. That's good.
All right, we're gonna take a break. This dude, peace out, brother. We'll catch you guys next time. I'm just gonna pause it for now, and then half an hour I'll hop back on and we'll catch Power Hour.
live on your?
No, I'm gonna resume it.
No, I'm saying, is it on your YouTube channel?
Oh yeah, YouTube is live right now. It's been live.
They can hear you?
But I think everybody from YouTube has to. I had 11 views.
Hi, crazy boy. You still didn't finish your breakfast. That's it?
You want your dad's attention? Are you gonna stay out here? You can come.
There we go, nice little push. So we can keep pushing through 3. I just took 500 shares at 294, 293.
Row 3, Jared.
I know, I'm in. 500 shares. 293. Let's see. Just gonna sell half, lock some in. Just gonna let this play out now. Getting volumes, confirming the breakout. $3, that whole psychological number. Nice new highs. I'm just taking some off. Sold too soon.
So, set.
Yeah, I just locked the rest in. Made $100. Nothing much. Small size.
500, 300 something.
Sold too soon too. But hey, beautiful move. Beautiful move. We'll see how it plays out, but I just took my snipe, sold too soon. Small size. You know, it's not all about taking big size.
What? What's up?
No, I was just saying how I sold too soon. It's not all about taking big size. You know, we should have been entering, getting starters in here, and then selling into this push. Like, yeah, I got my position here. We could have added.
Mm-hmm.
Could have had an add here.
Yeah.
Or even a re-entry.
Yeah.
Looking nice now.
Right.
This is gonna
Solid
keep going.
push. We'll see how much more. It looks like it needs to maybe dip at some point soon. It's getting kind of vertical. Let it consolidate some more. Fail to break down, that would lead to another leg higher. I can see that. But right now, like, you could have got like $1 in the past 40 minutes.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. If Like the
When
start.
we were just last on it, it was in 240s, 50s.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go, getting vertical. We'll see if this could sustain. I don't know how much longer it's got doing this action.
Yeah, a lot of
Gonna have to
volume.
dip at some point. Yeah, this was the play.
Oh my
Totally
god.
missed it.
Oh, are you serious, dude? Fucker, stay out of the goddamn garbage can. During the live stream. Later, fatty. I have a crazy puppy. Hey, come here. Come watch RDBX. Learn something. He's like, fuck you. Okay, but like as I was saying, let's just go kind of go over RDBX. Why I traded it. So, nice first green day. You got some good volume coming in. It is a breakout. I'm going to count over 227 and then another breakout over 270. So it confirms the 227 breakout, starts making some higher lows, then starts to fade, but really holds that breakout level and VWAP at the same time really nicely. Then starts, then you start to see the trend reversal from the backside. Now it's going back to the front side, just making higher lows. And as we start breaking through, I just let it do its thing. Ideally, you'd be taking some entries in here as it's holding VWAP and it's holding this breakout level of 227 to at least test the highs. Even then, if you test the highs and no volume is there and say it starts to stuff, you could sell at least half, and then you just cutting the rest. If it breaks down, you have a really good entry, so you're not really risking anything. And at this point, we get confirmations breaking through, and as it started to really hold here, you can almost see like a little, pennant, a little pennant flag. I have a poster right above my screen, so sometimes I have to look at it. You can start to see this form. And then once it starts breaking out, once it starts breaking out, you get a solid second move. And that's what I was doing. I bought 290, 293 as soon as it started to perk through. I didn't even have these lines up, but what I'd like to do is put these lines up all the time, and then you'll really start to get a visual, and you won't really need the lines. AK-47, man, this is my second day doing the live streams on Tradecaster. You see, after you get this solid push, when it just kind of goes parabolic, is usually when the top is coming. Exhausted volume. Now we're starting to see the backside. We'll see how it dips and holds. But beautiful sell would be here in the 330s. And you guys literally watched me just sell that way too soon. I tend to sell way too soon though. What are you gonna do? What's up, Alex? How's it going, buddy? My dog's being a menace. Hey, bud. You got something that you shouldn't right now? So we'll see how RDBX holds up. PIK. I'm failing to perk above VWAP. I'm still mentally shorting this from low 7s, high 6s here waiting for a crack below 6. I don't short, I just go long. But if you look at just the overall trend, you know, it's get the big gap first green day, you get the big squeeze that we had yesterday that I was able to take advantage of. Now we're getting continuation, so I was able to take advantage of this squeeze. So what's good, Wild Trades? Welcome. It fails to break down pre-market this morning. Nice perk back up towards yesterday's highs, and you get a nice previous high day break, just a little choppy. Then you get this really, you get exhausted volume. The volume really dies out. Just really choppy, grindy, toppy action here. And it just really kind of looked like the top and the backside was coming. I'm gonna go take this away from my dog. Hey. Drop it. Drop it. You little shit. All right. Come here. What else do we got? Grom's still holding. Nice gap up first green day. Got a little breakout level right there, 139. Just want to see how this holds. It's just consolidating and trying to prove that, you know, it wants to hold that breakout level, which is good. Which is good. I'm not looking to trade it. Volume's really died out, and right now it's just trying to prove itself. So I'm just gonna let it sit here, sit on my hands, let it prove itself. Next week, ideally Monday, Tuesday, set up really nicely. MULN still holding up. This was a really nice play. GFAI. This can set up really nicely to be a breakout over that 135. I always set some alerts. Never want to miss anything. I am happy I was able to take at least advantage of this a little bit. But definitely looking like the backside now. Whenever you get that kind of parabolic move, that, you know, that real straightforward move like that, it's usually something you want to sell into. If you try to hold through this and see how it holds up, I mean, you could if you have enough shares and you sold most of it up here, and the plan, your plan is to stay patient, you know, stick to the breakout level as your cut, and as long as it holds, you're looking to swing this and for continuation for day 2. Totally understandable. But if you're just looking for, you know, a quick entry and exit to where you can make a good percent gain in just a few minutes, you're buying in here, really low risk, and you're selling into this push. Oh my God, my dog. Hey. Why don't you say hello, Bubba's? Stop being crazy. Why don't you, no biting. Why don't you watch the market? Just chill, dude. Look at what we got going on here. RDBX, if this can still hold the breakout level, there's still plenty of time in the day. Still an hour left. Usually he's sleeping during my live streams. He's wide awake and fucking going crazy. Just gonna see how this holds up. PIK, I'm just waiting for the crack, waiting for that backside to really come in. We're gonna be looking for a multi-day bounce setup in this. Multi-day bounce. You get breakouts and then a multi-day bounce. Hey. Oh my god. Can't handle this dog, man. But yeah, the multi-day bounce is going to be nice. That's why I'm not playing day 2. Just waiting for the multi-day bounce to form. Grom, we're just going to see how this holds. Potential play Monday or Tuesday. MULN, it's just not one of those big first green days. Like, I wouldn't really look for a multi-day bounce with this. I could, but it wouldn't be top watch. It's just, I need something more like PIK. You get that big first green day, big volume. Day 2, perfect. Let that day 2 come in. Now let's wait for the backside. I don't short, but if I was shorting, I'd be shorting this day here. Looking for the backside. Waiting for a multi-day bounce. And that's how I'll attack it next. But if you guys have any questions, want to go over any tickers, anything that you guys, you know, whatever you guys are looking for in these live streams, just throw it in the chat. Let me know. I'm only doing these live streams really to benefit you guys. If it's just you want different, you know, trading ideas and opinions, I mean, I feel like I trade pretty differently than most people. I don't know about you guys, but I learned from Tim Sykes, and so all of those guys that are affiliated with Tim Sykes, I know about and have learned from. I have almost, you know, everyone that you can think of is DVD. Stephen Dux, Tim Bertani, Roland Wolf, Dan Irish. Have Michael Goods DVD. I have so much, but I learned that's where I learned from, all of them. And really, like, the basis of our trading is what we've learned, and what we want to take advantage of is just short squeezes. That's why PIK yesterday was so beautiful. Big gap first green day. You have high of day, open price, and VWAP. So once it, you know, shorts are all trapped in here, you get the fade. Once it perks through open price, that's bullish. You get a little volume perk here, VWAP reclaim, and it holds. You get the test, which is kind of confirmation. So you could take the snipe here, you know, 360s, 370s to the low 4s. And then you get that hold and confirmation. Volume comes in, and you get the squeeze. Shorts are all using that high of day as risk. And as it's coming up here and testing and volumes coming in, shorts are getting really nervous. So you have momentum buyers, and you have shorts that are starting to cover a little bit in here. you know, and then they start covering when it breaks high of day, when that's their risk. And then you also have momentum buyers coming in. That creates this powerful short squeeze. Now day two, you get a nice previous high of day break, but it is a little choppy, and it's just, there's more risk day two. Day one is the best day to trade. You know, I'm fine with day two if, you know, it did this and say it topped out here right at a breakout level from the past, and then today it confirmed and was breaking. I'd be a lot more eager to trade it. But there's no breakout level. It's just the break is previous high of day break. Not as special as a multi-day breakout or just a breakout in general. Hit me with them questions. What are you guys thinking? What are you guys watching? Where are you guys at in your journeys? I want to know. PIK, PIK, RDBX still kind of just backside. Until, you know, I need to see it consolidate, start making some higher lows, see that trend reversal. Today was kind of a slow day. Not a whole lot going on. But if you guys are looking for, you know, stock updates or just stock alerts, if you're looking for someone's just a watch list to kind of look at every day, you know, you want video lessons, we do all of that. We have, you know, just follow us on Twitter. We post everything on Twitter. Whenever we're going to go live, we're going to post on Twitter. Any video lessons that we make on YouTube, we post on Twitter. Our watch list every day, we post on Twitter. And we update that watch list throughout the day. And we give live stock alerts and updates all through Twitter. So if you're kind of curious on how I trade, if you were here earlier when I was live streaming, you met my buddy Fatty. He's a really good trader. Still growing his account, but he did grow his account from like, I don't know, 4K to like 40K in like 6 months. So he's doing really good, and I've always just learned from him. So the two of us are really just trying to grind this out, grow our accounts, make this a full-time thing. Grom still holding. I always set alerts with everything. Who knows what that dog has been up to this whole time? hours is slow, low volume. See, I kind of see this right away. Kind of see this pennant kind of forming. So we'll see. I think it needs more volume. This probably will make, this might have like a after hours move or some stupid shit like that. I won't be able to trade it. I hear my dog getting into shit. Hey. Anyone here have a puppy? If you do, you feel my pain. What do you got? Drop it. Why are you getting into shit? Where'd you get fucking gloves from? Dax, come here. Come here. Come here. Hurry up. Alright, had to put him in his crate real quick. He's being crazy. Let's see. Still looking like the backside. So that's why the ideal entries are when it's holding view up and it's holding this 227 breakout level. Those are ideal entries. And you're selling into this move. And ideally holding through this, and then you get the second leg up. Yeah, so you get the second leg up and you're selling into the rest. I sold way too soon. But even here is an entry where I bought. Is not a bad entry. You're getting your 10%. And some. You're getting like close to 15. But you're not always going to sell perfectly, so. But anyone have any questions? Anyone like have any tickers they want to review? Anything? Oh, this dude, he's back. What's up, brother? What you got? Give us some tickers. Top two for the remainder of the day. You know, there's not a lot for a long. RDBX was a really good play for a late day play. But now it's just on the backside, and it needs to really hold up and consolidate. It really wants to hold that 275 breakout. So we'll see how this holds up. Let's see. Grom is definitely on watch. It just needs to keep holding. Which it's looking good. It's holding up. No volume, but Definitely gonna keep this on watch for sure. Yeah, PIK is definitely the backside. Definitely the backside. All that volume is fading. It's getting, that perk into VWAP just got stuffed. Now it's starting to fade back down to the lows. So, for PIK, my main play is with trading, you just have to be patient. I was able to trade that first green day, which was nice. Because anytime you get a nice big gapper first green day, I'm just looking for the open price. Yeah, RDBX, I traded that while we were out there, smoking a little bit. Where is RDBX? Why is it not? Okay. So like earlier, how when Fatty was here, you were seeing him talk about the multiple breakout levels. How it's holding VWAP, making higher lows, ideal entries in here in the 230s, 240s. You get this nice push. You could either sell into, or you can either re-add like I did. I actually took an entry here at 293. Once it was breaking out of this pennant, holding the breakout really well, volume started to really come in, and then I sold into this push. I think my best sell was in like the 330s. I believe that's right. But I did sell. That was like my last portion of it. I did sell a lot of my share. I did sell like half my shares to like in the low threes. I sold too soon. Okay, so you need some help trying to like get your ads in, get a little size maybe. So like on a play like this, you really just have to always look at the macro first. So always macro first. You see that there's certain key levels on the chart here, and you need to know, or at least be familiar with the key levels. So yeah, after once you take enough losses and you get dumped on enough, you kind of get that fear, and I definitely feel it. I feel that for sure. I still have a hard time sizing up a little bit, but so like you see the key levels here. So you have a key level at 227, and then you have this is a little volume perk here. The bigger key level I would say is that 270, 272, and then you don't have you don't have resistance until mid to high fours. Now today, you have to remember what it looked like in the macro. So I always have like here on my side, I have a little micro chart, so I can kind of get a visual and always just kind of remember what the macro looks like. Excuse me. You get a break of 227, and maybe you don't want to touch it here. Let it do its thing, and a lot of this is just being patient. You see it breaking here, and you want to take an entry. And okay, give me 1 second. My dog is going crazy. Let it break. Let it do its thing. And then let it prove to you and to itself that it wants to hold. And as it starts to prove itself, maybe not in here, maybe you could take an entry in here, but definitely like this higher low here and in here, taking some entries, and you're risking off that breakout level. And then you get confirmation, you get the high of day break. It wants to break out. I didn't touch it in here. I watched it break like this, and I let it consolidate. So, okay, if you want to look for a reversal plays, do not look at top percent losers. Just always look at top percent gainers. Always. And this is how you find these plays. This is how you find multi-day breakouts, dip buys, any stock like, and we're gonna keep going back to PIK. PIK was never really on watch for me until this day, and it was just on. You just find it on your top percent gainers, and that's when it has eyes. I have eyes on it because it's up on the day. It had a nice gap up. I think it had some kind of news that wasn't really important, but I think it did have some news. Correct me if I'm wrong. I could be completely wrong there. But either way, it was a really low float, low market cap, which the lower the float, the lower the market cap, the higher potential of big strong moves. And when it had this big day here, this was on watch, and it was just on watch for a failure to break down. Okay, yeah, see, I did have some kind of news. Thank you. And now it's just letting it. I'm gonna let it play out. But the point is to keep this on watch. Oh, hello, brother Max.
Oh, hello, brother Jared.
So the point is to keep this day on watch, and then set some alerts on it. And that way, you need to be making a watch list every day. So make a watch list of, just top tickers like this, and then keep an eye on it. Set some alerts, and so it's continuing higher. Let it continue higher. For me, I don't feel comfortable buying day 2. It was the first day I feel most comfortable buying it, and now I'm just going to wait for the reversal for it to have that first. It needs at least one red day before it can have a momentum shift and then have a bounce day. So I'm going to let it wait for that first red day and then wait for that momentum shift for a bounce. But I only like bounce plays on days like on tickers like this, where not a whole lot of volume, elsewhere in the chart. You're getting a huge first green day on volume that it's never seen before, and now we're gonna let it play out and just kind of play that. They always have like the same kind of pattern, to where you get the initial huge rip and squeeze on huge volume, and it makes a huge run, and then shorts finally take over and it has a washout for a few days, and then finally the momentum starts to shift and it has that bounce day, and maybe it bounces for a couple of days, but then each bounce is lower and lower as shorts just settle into each bounce, and it's like a bouncing ball until eventually it fades into nothing, and then until one day it has another huge volume day and it does it all over again. It's like a vicious cycle.
What are you talking about in here? Podcasting?
Grom still holding up. Of course, man. Any other questions, just always feel free to ask. Literally anything you guys want to know. Even if I don't know it, I will sit here and Google it, and you guys can see, and we will learn it together. I know a lot. I have all the general knowledge of trading. I mean, I have the knowledge to make millions of dollars trading. It's all about controlling your emotions, which is always a struggle. really slow. This needs to just make a move already. Like MRNS is a good example. It is a higher market cap though.
Jax, what are you doing?
But no volume, and then you get the big first green day on volume.
Come on.
Oh, my dog has been let loose. But this is kind of just gross. But we'll see. We'll see how it holds up. This can definitely be something in the future, next few days. If it wants to keep holding up. But not my favorite though. Higher market cap. Remember, we like low float, low market caps. The higher the market cap, as you can see, there's been no days like this to where volume comes in and it has like an actual move. Hey, get off there. This dog's a wild animal. Grom, there's no volume. You have to look at the volume. Look at the volume from this morning when it made the highs, and the volume now. It's going to need a lot more volume to at least test those highs. So right now, Grom is just a waiting game. But it's still holding up really nicely, which is nice. So, Farm or Farambull. Sorry, I'm not good with names. What are you trading on? Are you what broker do you have? Because every broker is going to have a scanner, and you just need to, like, I have TD Ameritrade. I click scan, and you kind of just set things up. So my scanner for a low float, low market cap, a percent change, I want at least 20% up on the day. I want the bid to be over 10 cents and no more than $25. I want the volume on the day to be at least 1 million in volume. And the market cap, I want no more than 200 million. And so that's what will pop up. I don't have, for TD Ameritrade, it doesn't have the float. And I don't know if it has shares. It might have shares. I might be able to add. Even so, you can just use, I mean, there's a bunch of free scanners that you can use. You know, over the weekend, if you want to come back into the live chat on Monday and throw me a reminder, I'm gonna look up all the places that have like free screeners that you can use, and I'll get some websites posted in the chat for you guys to check out. See if that helps. Finviz, yep. Finviz, let's see what I have. Oh, I don't have it on here actually. It's all on my laptop. I have all of those kind of websites. NASDAQ.com, Finviz, what is it, The Lion or something like that. There's a few I have. But I don't ever use those because I just use the scan in TD Ameritrade. KK still holding up. MULN starting to gain some volume. So far, it's been a really nice VWAP hold. We'll see how it holds trend. But nothing I'm looking to trade. Just sitting on my hands. It's day 2 in the breakout. I'm not gonna chase it day 2. Yesterday was the buy. And then it's all about being patient and letting it do its thing. If your plan is to hold it for a day 2 move and continuation, then just stick to your plan. If you want to just take the snipe in day 1, take your snipe. Whatever your plan is, stick to your plan. Try to cut emotions out. Yeah, this is gonna crack. Yeah, there's nothing really going on into the close. If this would have held up really nicely, I could see something going on, for a swing possibly, but I'm not really thinking of it like that anymore. Especially since it had that parabolic move. I mean, that's usually where you're selling. And you need to sell in that parabolic move. Hour still holding up. Part of me just wants to swing this, No volume, but take some entries here, risking the breakout level. Ideally, you're getting into the 520s, risking 5, looking for a push to 6. Once volume comes in, just kind of, because sometimes it's just sticking to the pattern and not being so meticulous over the volume and price action. Volume can come in and this can just squeeze to 6 real quick. and I would look back and be like, damn, just like I did yesterday, and be like, the volume wasn't really there, but it was holding trend really nicely, and it definitely gave you the moves. So now it's holding 5 really nicely, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see it push to 6. But I am trying to trade less. I'm not trying to take all these trades and try to make all this money, you know. Less is better. I'm happy with my trade on RDBX. And that's that. I don't need to give anything back. GFAI, we're just going to wait for that 135 breakout. You got 135 to test. I want to say 2. I think we can get up to 2. High ones. We need the volume though. It's going to need a big, good volume day. Heavy resistance there in the 130s. But that'll be on watch for GFAI. You know, if you start getting a push past those that 135 level, watch out. Grom, just let this, even in the next few days, just let it hold up, confirm that 139, and you can get you can at least go for, you know, low 140s to the 160s. As if you want to just be meticulous and take your snipe. If not, you can stay patient. If volume is there, price action is there, you could get a push. See 180. Die already. I'd really love to see. Gosh, excuse me. I really love to just see this crack 6.
You said nap time?
Is now the part of your day where you just sit here and do nothing? Or no, you just sit here and you do whatever the fuck you want.
That was kind of the plan. I also didn't know what I was gonna do next. I just came this far and now I'm confused, so I was gonna figure that out, but
Are you feeling energized, like you want to do something, or are you feeling dead, like a nap?
no, like I feel like I don't really want to do anything.
It's definitely nap time. But if you guys are liking the stream, make sure to subscribe. It'll help me out. And then if you want to have updates on our watch list and stocks throughout the day, video lessons, everything like that, follow us on Twitter. But since there's nothing really going on, there's only 20 minutes left, I might end this stream a little early. But if you follow us on Twitter, I'm gonna make a video lesson of all the trades from today and from this week, and all the tickers to keep an eye on. Our watch list will be posted here. So follow us on Twitter if you want to stay updated with those. Subscribe to the channel and to my page here if you want updates on when we're going to be going live stream. Do I think two? What do you mean there, Soph? What are we talking about? SPY?
Apologize.
Are you done? You give me kisses?
When it comes to the SPY, I'm not going to try to predict support and resistance too much. There's too much going on right now to where, you know, it can blow through any kind of support or resistance at any point. I just keep an eye on the overall market as whatever you think is resistance. What are you saying? 448, 93? Yeah, I mean, so instead of saying, think of it like this. Instead of saying 448.93 is resistance, just think of 450. That whole dollar, half dollar is more like a magnet to people. And do I think the SPY will move up on Monday? I'm not sure. I am not sure. I play the flow of the market. I just let the market do its thing, and I wait and see how the market reacts and how things are playing out. Especially, like, you need to have your own set of patterns that you trade, and as the market goes through its cycle, which it always does, your patterns will fade in and out, and you need to know which ones are hot, which ones are slow, you know, which ones to take advantage of and really put the pedal to the metal, and which ones to really put your foot on the brake and kind of back off a little bit. It's all just letting the market do its thing and adjusting to what the market's doing. But I don't trade the SPY or the NASDAQ. I just let them do this thing. And it's just kind of a good weigh in on, you know, what the low cap stocks can do. 2 out of 3 markets follow. I mean, 2 out of 3 stocks follow the overall market. What's the old saying? A rising sea lifts all boats, or something like that. Something like that. You get the idea. Come on, let's see that 6 crack. Crack, crack, crack. Oh, hey, Bubba's. He's laying, chilling, being a good boy finally. Hour starting to grind back up. Not a lot of volume, but it's grinding. Grom cracking a little bit. Never an exact science. We'll see how it holds that 129 low of day. If it cracks that, it won't be looking good. That's for sure. Yeah, we're gonna gonna crack 129. That's understandable, but like when you're making a trade, what percentage gain are you making per trade? You know what I mean? Are you just taking 2 or 3% each trade? The difference is the low caps and low market cap. Look at the low caps and low floats. They have they're bigger risk, bigger reward. But I don't like to think of it as the bigger risk. I think of just the reward and try to minimize my risk at all costs. And that's why I'm going to go to PIK again as an example. This is a great example play. So, open price 340. Okay. You have high of day. At 430. Or, yeah, 430. So, this is how you can be playing this. Instead of just, I mean, you can scalp this as well if you want. But I think the risk reward to a lot of these plays is there, and you just have to be patient. So morning, you get a morning spike. Since this was a big gapper, you get a quick spike in the morning. Shorts are piling in, driving this thing down. Once this really kind of just holds open price here, which is a key level, especially for a first green day, you know, play, big gapper play like PIK was yesterday. Once you get through open price and it starts to grind up, you get a little bit of volume. You could be taking a starter here in the 370s, risking 340. Really, really good risk. And this is just where your starters are. So you don't have a lot of size here. That way, if you're wrong, you're cutting it for a small loss. It's no big deal. But you get confirmation, you get that high of day test. And you could sell right there for your 10% and take your snipe there. Or once it fails to break down and volume really confirms to come in, like how I entered at 426, I could have risked low fours. I mean, your risk is there. You have a clear risk, and the reward is amazing. You're in the low fours, out into the fives, touches low sixes. Like, that's why you want to trade small caps, is because you get these kind of moves, and these are the moves that really grow your account. So like, you can't expect yourself to just see this for the first time and think, I want to jump in this and throw size in here. You need to see this over and over and over again, and once you're really familiar with the pattern and how these play out and what shorts are thinking, you can take advantage of the squeezes that happen when they're wrong. And so I think this was amazing risk reward. This was a great play. And it was even a great overnight if you really wanted to swing it. And it's up to you, but the potential was there. And that's why I like low caps. Because these are the kind of moves you get, and these are what you aim for. And it's just like a cycled pattern. Now it had that first green day, its shorts got squeezed, it's having a day two. Let it play out. You can short the backside on the first red day, and then you wait for the multi-day bounce. Since I don't short, I'm just going to wait for that multi-day bounce to form and take advantage of shorts covering from their position because they're finally up. They took over the stock. The stock is going down. They're up a good amount, and now to cover their shares, they have to buy back to cover. If you don't know what short selling means or how that all works, then I would watch just a few YouTube videos on it. It would be way clearer than how I can explain it, because it is a little tricky to understand. It's just kind of confusing how it all works, but technically when shorts cover, they are buying back their shares to cover, and so they're technically buying the stock. So when they're covering, they're technically buying it back. Plus, you'll have momentum buyers coming in. Usually creates a nice little 30% move. Sometimes a day two before it starts to fade again. And shorts kind of take over that bounce, because shorts love to play the bounce too. They cover, it starts to reverse, bounce, and then once it gets exhausted, it runs 30 to 50% maybe. They'll take advantage of that, and they'll short that bounce, and that's when you get the bouncing ball effect. Yeah, he's sleeping finally.
Oh, I remember what I was gonna do. CJ, this is going perfectly according to plan.
I love that for you, Max. Yeah, there's not a lot going on today. I'm probably gonna end the stream. I'm gonna work on my watch list a little bit. Get that posted on Twitter for you guys. And if you guys, if you're enjoying this live stream, please subscribe. It helps me out. Subscribe to, our YouTube and our Twitter. A lot of updates go on there. And yeah, I'll be live streaming every day. Try to get as much content out there as possible for you guys. There we go, PIK. We're getting the crack. Let's see if we can get a washout here. Key levels like that, kind of just watch the price action, watch the volume, level 2. I don't really care for, with listed stocks, I don't care for the level 2 and the time of sales as much. I'm only watching those when it comes to when it's approaching key levels. When it's testing key levels, that's when I want to know how the buyers and sellers that are in at those key levels. But until then, it's just listed stocks are choppy. You can't, if you get too sucked into the level 2 and time and sales, you're gonna get faked out a lot. Majority of the time, you just want to stick to the pattern and the chart, the trend. The trend is your friend. So far, holding 6. It did test 6. There we go. A lot of selling coming in. This will end up fading. You watch. Unless for some reason volume just comes in and we get some crazy like after hours move and we get some crazy gap, and then it'll be the red day. As of right now, this is just gonna fade. And then Monday it'll be like the first red day. Tuesday ideally will be the first. We're going to be looking for that multi-day bounce. There we go. See if we can get a crack. You guys have any other questions? Any tickers you want to go over before I kind of end this live stream? Go ahead and just type it in. I'd love to answer any questions you guys have. As we kind of just watch 6 crack here. Three minutes left. I'll wait for the market to close. So far, 6 is holding. This will end up fading below 6. Just choppy. But the fact that it's testing low of day, or that $6 level into the close, very bearish. Come on. There we go. Now we're getting the crack. And you can see all those prints that came in. 595. $580s. Alright, PIK on watch for that first red day. We'll wait for that momentum shift for the first green day bounce. Until then, just sitting on hands. And there it is. So, hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. It was kind of cool. At least I got my sells on the live stream earlier, but I didn't get my buy. What was the ticker to RDBX? Mullen, why is... Thank you. So just easy breakout play. Took my snipe. Other than that, nothing today. Pretty slow day. There was a few moves, but nothing great. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if if you guys want to watch more. Follow us on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. We'll post on Twitter all the time. Same with on YouTube. And yeah, just give us a follow, give us a subscribe, and I'll be back on Monday. We'll get some of those streams going again, and I'll be streaming every day. So just keep an eye out for the Pack a Punch Traders logo in the lobby. The only other thing I have for you guys is just, really study the patterns. It depends on what level you are in your trading, but if you're a beginner, just study all the basics. A lot of podcasts, books, just a lot of chart time, and just studying the charts, the patterns, and then just kind of go from there. Once you start getting familiar with the patterns and it becomes more built into your brain, then you can start seeing it quicker, start taking advantage of it quicker. But yeah, or even if you just you're here for trading ideas, it's a good place. A lot of good tickers will be in this room. So study up this weekend. Have a good weekend. Chill, study, hang out with friends and family. Be safe, and I'll catch you guys on Monday, and we'll do this all over again. So hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good weekend. Catch you guys later.